Good morning, good afternoon, a good evening. Today is January 8th, 2021. Welcome to the Julie and Milo show. Every time when Milo and I are getting together, we cannot stop talking about Onpassive. Boy, Onpassive is the company that has real people, real business, and real people with real story. My name is Julie, and my dear friend Milo. Milo, please say hello.
Milo from Nashville, Tennessee.
Thank you, Milo. Yes, Onpassive is a real company, real people, has real story. And today, after we got off the webinar, the meeting with Ash, our CEO, last night, and I bet you couldn't sleep at night because I could hardly sleep. I just literally stayed up and literally think about things that we can do with OnPassive. So, Milo, what are we talking about today, Milo?
Well, Julie, today we're going to talk about influencers and how OnPassive can help influencers. And it's a big thing, to talk about.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Talking about influencer that has reached over thousands and thousands. And imagine with on passive portfolios, over 50 portfolios that we have. Imagine how huge of the reach that the influencer would do. Not only that, it's also help the influencers have the income, the residual income that they could never imagine of. Do you want to talk
Ab-
about your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. The cool thing with OnPassive for an influencer is Facebook or YouTube, whatever they're using, whatever their social media is, Instagram, it pays them a little, but it doesn't pay them for all the advertisement and everything like that. It doesn't actually build their influencers, they build it themselves. The beauty of On Passive is it will build it using AI. It will build your fans for you. It will put people that want whatever product you're selling into your system, so that it actually builds it. It's a beautiful system, with AI. It's a great social media type thing that's going to come out for all the influencers. And, you can probably 10x your business. Whatever you're doing now, I'm sure it'll be 10x with On Passive.
Absolutely. Milo, I wanted to dig into a little bit what our influencers do. While the influencers do what they do is that the company or can give them a product and they feature that product on their channel. If their channel have hundreds of thousands followers, they feature that product, and the only thing that they get paid is based on the time or on based on the posting. Now, think about what the influencers do if they post a post about on passive with their personal link on there, how fast of the network the influencers can build with their personal link, because their personal go-founder link can share and can help them build a bigger network within on passive. Not only that, they will be receiving residual income from on passive when they have that big of a network. I mean, it's really mind blowing of we when we sit down and we talk about decide what topic to talk about, we're like, how about influencers, right? Because not only the influencers be able to receive the income on whatever they're doing right now, but they also be able to receive the income from what on passive providing you, giving them the portfolio, the products for them to be able to talk about whatever topic they want to talk about, right, Milo?
Absolutely. It's so beautiful the way that it works, and residual income. Once you understand residual income, man, you'll do anything for residual income. What that means is every day, there's money going into your wallet. Every day it goes into your wallet, or like clockwork. And you don't just get paid one time from that person that you bring in like you do with the other ones. You know, you get one time that they feature their product on there, and you influence someone to buy it. Well, guess what? That person then goes into their database, and they never have to worry about you again because they're going to market to them directly. Onpassive doesn't do that. Onpassive, once they come into your network, they're in your network. It's going to be residual income for you. Now, Romeo on the show yesterday did this great example, and I think he said that it was actually a Les Brown thing. I've never heard Les Brown say it, but do you know how many oranges one orange will produce? Do you?
Do I know how many? This can
Oranges
be oranges. It
will
can be,
one,
I mean, can be a lot. I mean, for one orange, how many orange have seeds?
well,
How
that's
many? I'm sorry. How many seeds does each orange have?
it's a beautiful analogy because here's the thing: you start out with one orange, and it's got multiple seeds in it, right? Well, those seeds don't create one orange. Those seeds create one tree. One tree, you have no idea how many oranges are going to come off that tree. But now you take all those trees and you multiply it by all the oranges that come down, and now you get another batch of trees. This is what Onpassive is. A beautiful, beautiful way that it comes together. And as an influencer, I cannot think of any way better than to use AI, with targeted traffic. They're targeting the traffic, going to put it in there. And you have all the software to use that you might need, whether you need autoresponders, if you're using autoresponders or you're using an email system, if you're actually email blasting out to your fans, guess what? You don't have to sit there no longer and put them into batches of 50 or 500 and send those out and then send the others out and send them out, and sometimes a million emails can take you 4 or 5 hours to send out, right? Maybe even 2 days, But with this system, you put them into the email, you hit the send button, and it's just like sending one email out. 1 million emails will go out. Incredible.
Absolutely. I'm listening to you, but then at the same time, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, one of the portfolio that OnPassive has, which is the O Connect, right? And I'm putting myself, let's just say Julie Nguyen is a famous entertainer, or I don't know, a model. It doesn't matter who I am, right? A famous person who, when they put on a show, when I put on a show, I have to go through so many people, pay so many people to be able to put a show together for myself. But my reach is only probably few thousands or maybe up to 100,000 people to be able to see what the famous entertainer is doing. But within OnPassive, the O Connect, I don't have to pay for anybody. The only thing that if I am a founder, right, I only need to pay one package out of my pocket as a subscription, and I can use all of that. Now, going back to O Connect, if I am a founder and I am that entertainer and I know about the founder position is available for me, I can buy the founder position, pay for the package when OnPassive is launched. I'll be able to use O Connect to reach out to millions, or right now we have hundreds of thousands people without paying for the stage, without paying for anything like that. Wow, how much money can I keep in my pocket and use that money to do good and to share with people rather than paying other people to actually come in and do my show? I cannot explain enough in the simplest way, like Mike Ellis explained, but you can maybe help me summarize it.
Absolutely. That it's beautiful the way that you said it. And the truth is, even if you're not an influencer now, you can become an influencer. So you take, okay, so I live in Nashville, so I like to talk music, okay? So I know right now there's a ton of musicians, singers, songwriters that are hurting bad because we're all shut down. COVID's taken it all away from us. The way of life now is not the way it used to be. You know, the way that you used to produce music is not the way it used to be. The way it used to be was you produced a CD or you produced the record company paid you to produce that CD because they knew that they were going to go out, they were going to market your songs to radio. Radio was going to buy advertisement and it was going to build that whole network. It was going to build the producer. Now, the truth is at this point you can now produce your own, you know, or go get your record done, you know, and you can actually put it on a show yourself. You can sing your songs on a show. You can become a fan favorite. In other words, you can create your own TV system if you want to. But the cool thing about it, and this is what really gets me excited, normally you can even if you had that in your system that you were all set up around, it's only going to be in the United States, okay? 50 states. Now with Onpassive, you can market to 212 countries. You know, now all of them might not speak English, but there's a lot of them that do. And I can tell you in the music industry, there's there's big shows that are to be had over in Ireland. A lot of sales where you can sell digital things. Now the other thing that was always a drawback to the music was because when you sold something overseas or whatever, how do you transfer the money from whether it's the peso or it's the euros or whatever, the francs, whatever that money system is, how do you get it back to the United States? Always a big thing, because now it can almost push you right out of the market because it's too expensive. Now you can sell a digital download for $1. You sell it, it goes over there, boom, they get it in their computer, they pay a dollar, whatever a dollar is in pesos or euros or whatever, they pay whatever that is to get it, and boom, it goes right into your account because you now have a O wallet, which is like a world bank that actually will convert the money for you, and it's just a great system. I mean, from top to bottom, it's so great, but it builds your fans for you. And that's the coolest part. Using AI, it says, hey, this person likes this kind of music. We're going to put them in there. Boom, boom. And it just drops people in your sales funnel. And all of a sudden you build this, a lot of fans, and all you got to do is do what you do best. Create music. You're an artist. Create that. And you don't have to be a great artist to do that. People like all kinds of music, so you can be who you are and become an influencer.
Wow, that is really, really incredible, Milo. Um, I'm just listening to you, but the thought came to my mind. Imagine if an influencer who is in on passive, imagine how rich of the content this influencer have. I remember Ash said you could put your website on Facebook, on YouTube, on whatever it is, but it doesn't really represent you. How many people in Facebook friends that you have actually know you? But if this influencer is in on passive, that influencer will have a website that represent him or her, and that website has thousands of websites, and it just keep going because with the artificial intelligence. And if that keep going, it's not the same information that rotating, they shooting out a lot of new information about whatever that features you. I thought that's incredible. Your thought?
Absolutely, absolutely, it is. That Onpassive does that, and Onpassive, even though you might be on the Onpassive, you got your website there. They're not marketing Onpassive; they're marketing you, and they're branding you. And I mean, that's all for free. You don't, like you were saying, you're paying a lot of money if you're an influencer and you're getting this all done for you. You're paying a lot of money. Well, guess what? You don't have to pay now. This Onpassive is going to take, and it's going to drive people to your website through AI, artificial intelligence. But guess what? It's going to build you up a new sales funnel. So it's going to build you up a new website looking page every day, 365 days a year, for as long as you're around, right? Tell me that's not gonna have some reach. over time, and remember, we're talking about residual income. If there's ever any time to get excited, if you're an influencer, or even if you're a person of interest, you can take your phone and you can hit the button and you can record live and immediately. You don't have to wait for it to upload. How many times do you wait for our shows to upload onto YouTube? It takes sometimes hours to do that. With this new on passive, boom, it automatically goes right to the cloud. It's there, and you can start sharing it immediately. How cool is that?
Very, very cool. I think we're running a little bit long for our show today. And on passive is a subject that we cannot stop talking about. And every single time we're on the phone together, it's about on passive. And I'm just loving it. There you have it, everyone. Milo and I are the founders of On Passive. If you share this message, you can still be a founder of On Passive, and all it costs you is $97 to be a founders of On Passive. Imagine you are the partner with the CEO in On Passive. So get back with a person who share this message with you. Take the action, become a founder of On Passive today. Like Milo and I discussed, once On Passive go live to the public, the only thing that you have to pay is a subscription, and that is between $100 to $250. What is there to lose? You get to use all the products of what, not the product, all the portfolios that On Passive is building to feature you, to market you. So please get back with the person who shared this message with you, and become a founder today. Milo, do you have any last words?
Don't lose out on this opportunity. I'm telling you, this is the best one I've seen in years. On passive.
Absolutely, absolutely. And On Passive is here. If you are a current founder, get plug in because it's gonna come, and it's come like fire rocket that you cannot even stop. So it will be here. Thank you so much for watching our show. Looking forward to see you in our next show. Take care of yourself.
Goodbye from Nashville.
Be well.